And it is time now for a look at the pizza maker extraordinaire over at the other side of the studio there.
I can't cook. What I did yesterday is I went out and did the yard.
You did. You did.
Had to get a little of that wind blowing, but the little yard work, it's getting ready. I mean, the temperatures are warming up. Everything's blooming. If everything's out already. So we're sort of jumping over springtime, going all the way into summertime. 73 right about now, 90% humidity. The winds are already up at 15, 20. So it's going to be another breezy afternoon. I'll show you why in a second. We managed to get up to 87 yesterday afternoon. It was warm. I can attest to that. And it was humid. But look at this. Our normal average high temperature this time of year, it's March, right? Is 77. So we're, 10 degrees above. I mean, we've been as warm as 95, but that's kind of an interesting thing here. Now, that north wind, that south wind will be really howling for the next couple of days as a couple of storms are gathering to the north of us. But now, as I mentioned yesterday, the subtropical ridge, okay, that's a fancy term for basically summertime. Summertime is moving back up from, where was it? It was in South America all winter. It's now moving up into our area, and this big bubble of high pressure, not only on top of us, but on top of much of the Gulf, much of northern Mexico and Central America. All that summertime weather is moving up into our area. Now, this morning we do have some stormy weather, but it's way up in Oklahoma. Nothing moving in the state of Texas. You can see just some high clouds rolling in from the west. And of course, for us, we have the morning low cloud cover. Now, that's going to burn off very rapidly. Little bitty frontal system is more of a dry line here. It's moving into the state, but chances of it producing anything are very slim. And so we're looking at temperatures well again into the upper 80s and pushing 90 degrees. And now that's from here all the way Del Rio, Laredo, all the way down to the valley. Now, for the next couple days, we're going to maybe ratchet up the temperature another degree or two. Let me show you why. Now, here's the kind of the long-term weather computer model. All right, watch. We've got that bubble of hot air. It's moving up. You can see this line right about here. That is about the extent of the heat. Okay, so anybody south of that line, okay, will have so much pressure on top of it, heavy air, that it will not allow any kind of cloud development or even really keeping us cool. This is the hottest air right about there because it's sinking over the area, and that's what's called compressional heating, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. Now, that's for most of this week. The bubble of hot air stays down there, and then we see that little front valiantly rolling into Texas. At this point in time, Friday night, it looks like it may trigger some storms to the north of us. Chances of us getting any of this are pretty slim. But it's, out there. It's, if you're an optimist like I am, we might get some. So we're going to call it warm and windy. Temperatures upper 80s to near 90. That puts many inland areas at 92, 93. Here's the tail end of that front. Not a huge rainmaker, but it will knock the temperatures back down to much more reasonable categories for this coming weekend. That is your 7-day forecast. Here's Mike.